Looking like they know it. Double O cactus that we told us. Switch out the baddie, get rolled up. Everything hit, everything.
7070 Collins. We in Miami and we ballin'. She let dollar pull up as we mobbin'. Every time I'm in the city, we be locked in. Ay, locked in. Ball Harbor, take you shopping. Nikki Beach, we in the water. Free up, make it harder. 2 a.m., we ended up at Live.
Oh, when the Saints go on Martinique.
Which girls I'm taking home?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Caesars Superdome. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New Orleans Saints. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now a play fake here on first down. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. The first-round pick looking comfortable in this offense. First down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says, our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people, and right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
34 yards to gain that time, another first down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
First down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to make it 4th down. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend on, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Nifty footwork at the 45. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Picked by Julian Love. Now inside the 25. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His sixth touchdown of the season. And the Saints are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. The extra point by Riley up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. Make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll run up the middle here with Blue. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
There's a burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
Come on.
Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Stevens. This caught by Carlson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
It's caught. Mitchell. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. And now Mitchell. 61 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Riley. That would be good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. 14. Cowboys 3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Sheds off the tackle. It takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
On the set.
Intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Ready.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go at the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Throwing is Stevens. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Now a 3rd and 6.
Cut 19! Cut 19!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. 61 yards. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. That's caught. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. A timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Okay, break.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Now Stevens. Screenplay, Johnson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Get it. Bronco 80.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good. That's good for 22 and a first down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Stevens setting up to throw it. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. The Saints at 0-7, winless to start the year, and they come in wondering what on earth is going on here.
And Brandon, I reflect back to one time we had one of those deep philosophical talks about getting up every day and going to work and the whole deal. Can you imagine what it's like for this team? Every morning they wake up, they haven't won a game yet. How do they figure their way out of this one? How do they play well enough to get at least one win before this season is over?
He finds his man, complete. It's Carlson. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Ready. Let's go now.
Here's Stevens to throw. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And down inside the 15 it goes. 13 yards down to the 13. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Going play action with Stevens. This to Laporta, right side. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Come on.
They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 of the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to add on to that lead. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and run forward with Johnson. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run it, let your linemen surge, and fire out.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So haven't been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field. And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
2nd and 9 now. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play here for Dallas. 58 yards. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They go with Blue between the tackles. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. He'll swing this out to Blue. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Let's go now. 60 by.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man in concert.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
19.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
Remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
19 tight. Ready. Ready.
Looking to throw. Stevens. That's another one complete to Mitchell. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Cowboy 80.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
19, 18. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Let go.
Operating from the gun, Stevens. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2.
The Saints will line up.
They'll look to throw. Here's a diving catch right side. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
18 Cardinal.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So not the greatest of first halves for them, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Let's go now. 18.
Throwing to start the drive. Stevens. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Stevens. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and
4. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. Stevens. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Here comes the Saints punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This will be fielded at the 17. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The drive starts with a run by Lou. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
30-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Let's go. 7-5, 60 Eagles.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Ramos. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gets him a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On first down, it's Blue. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
That was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply the offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
19 Tiger.
Second and 6. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Keon White got in there for the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Hot 70.
They're going to try and throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork blend. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
On the draw, here's Blue. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Ready.
They'll try and run again with Blue. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play.
And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. At their own 27-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Looking right side, and he's got a man. That's Carlson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Toss wide side. This is Johnson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 24 yards a gain there. Another first down as well.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. Play action. Here's Stevens. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive. But a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here we go. Ready.
And second and 10. He'll look to throw again. Now he'll take this and run. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go. Here we go.
On third down, Johnson. And he will have the first down at about the 21-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth.
Let's go.
And it's complete to Mitchell. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. And now Mitchell with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. They do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Press all 80.
Here's second and 8. Left side to Lamb. And Lamb going to have a Cowboys first down as he'll get this out past the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Drops it to Blue, complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jaden Blue, 64 yards. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route, worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? But a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Cowboys recovered it. Yes, Cowboy football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a two-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here. They are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Lamb will go in motion.
On play action, they'll throw.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And that's going to be incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one we're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Eagles, 60 Eagles. 18, Pioneer.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he is caught.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down. And that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give them a new set of downs.
First down, Dallas.
They hand it off. It's Blue. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. We'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Back to throw here.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Saints are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Alex Highsmith showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
Throwing is Stevens. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Screen play, Johnson. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Here's Stevens to throw.
He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
This is 1st and 10.
19. Go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so Smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. So they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
1 timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
70, Cup 19, Cup 19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone's going to be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
Here's 1st and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this is going to fall to the ground incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and
19
goal.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Here it is, 4th and goal.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. They'll go in for 2. They'll kick the point after. PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a camper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. That one looks like he'll throw here.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for New Orleans, they finally taste victory for the first time after 7 straight defeats. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
You better than that. I don't got time to deal with the drama. I want the Chanel and I got your back. I promise that I would've never gotten phone if I knew I would get so attached. Promise that I would've never hit the road if I knew that you would come